Let's shift to energy. Energy, no doubt, was a bright spot.
Yes.
Okay. And the cumulative storage deployed is now approaching 45 gigawatts. Gigawatt hours, thank you. And the chart here, 45,000 megawatt hours. Okay. All right. The energy business is a difficult one to wrap our minds around from a financial standpoint because of the way it's reported. The green bars are the reported revenue in Tesla's energy business. And I've looked at a trailing 12-month look here. So every quarter, what's the trailing 12-month revenue? And so last quarter, it was 7.6 billion. Okay. And you compare that to Q2 of 2023, it was 5.5 billion. So pretty healthy increase. Okay. But there's something that I'm calling indicative revenue, and I'll explain what that means in a minute. There's actually up a lot more. Indicative revenue a year ago, the trailing 12 months was 6.6 billion, and now it's almost 13. Okay. What's the difference in these two? Well, Tesla Energy collects deferred revenue. The easiest way to think about this is on the auto side, FSD, and when somebody buys FSD, because FSD isn't complete yet, Tesla doesn't book all the revenue. Some of that money goes into deferred revenue. Same thing with the energy storage business. They collect money up front. They haven't delivered the product yet, or everything that they've promised goes into deferred revenue. There's also what's called unsatisfied performance obligations. An easy way to think about this is the Megapack has a 20-year warranty, 20-year life. It may not be a warranty for the whole period, but there's a warranty attached to it. There's a maintenance agreement attached to it. There are performance obligations that Tesla will have over the life of this product. So they are showing that this performance obligation number is growing over time.
Right.
And the cumulative balance of deferred revenue and the unsatisfied performance obligations is now over $7 billion. So my number on this page kind of treats the changes in deferred revenue and the unsatisfied performance obligations. And I'm just kind of saying, okay, let's reflect those changes in the quarterly number. And what would it be if we got to book everything now?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not a GAAP accounting method. I'm taking a shortcut just to kind of look at the changes in the business. If they could report everything all at once, which they can't, what would it look like? And as long as this gap is growing, then the health of the energy business is getting stronger.
Yeah.
Okay. And this gap is growing materially. We may get to the point where this indicative revenue is double the reported revenue. Right. So this is something that I and Larry and others are keeping an eye on.
Right.
The jury is still out, in my opinion, about the ultimate profitability of Tesla Energy. But there is no doubt that this business is a powerhouse in the making, pun intended.
And the 10Q that was out this morning was showing that this is getting very close to $1 billion per quarter of realizable amounts.
Yeah. So let's skip ahead here.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
It's actually they expect, this is from the 10Q that they put out yesterday.
Okay.
That over the next 12 months, that of the unsatisfied performance obligations, of which is a $5.7 billion balance,
Right.
$2.5 billion of that will be recognized in the next 12 months.
Right.
1 quarter ago, their estimate for the next 12 months was 1 billion.
Wow.
This number increased by 1.5 billion in just 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I wish the company gave us a bit more information on all this.
Right.
Maybe one day they will. Okay. The deferred revenue balance is 1.5 billion, and they don't tell us how much they think they'll recognize in the next 12 months. Okay. Now, down here where I sort of got, pre-tax numbers per share, deferred revenue has cost associated with it. Absolutely, it does. The unsatisfied performance obligations may not have a whole lot of cost associated with it.
Correct.
So I'm taking the liberty here to say that it has none.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's true, over the next 12 months, you're looking at 73 cents pre-tax per share.
Yeah.
Now, companies don't report pre-tax earnings per share, so I should have really taken the tax off of this, but maybe it's 50 cents, 60 cents, something like that. Now, the $2 for the balance is if they were able to book everything all at once right now, it could be as much as $2 pre-tax per share. Now, this number is wrong because, again, I don't factor in costs for the deferred revenue. There are some costs.
Sure.
And I don't factor in taxes. So this number is, maybe it's only $1, $1.30 or something like that. Okay. Don't focus too much on these numbers. I put that in there for interest. It turned out to be more problem than it was worth. But the sheer magnitude of the balance of the two is becoming a big number.
Sure. And that's not even to talk about the big number that is the increase in dollars of sales and profits from the original sale.
That's right. That's right. So the energy business is, it has its own complications. The auto business is complicated too, with leasing and different things. The energy business has some different complications, and we're still trying to wrap our minds around what this business really looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But pick the line, the green one or the yellow one. Doesn't matter. We're headed in the right way.
Yes, big numbers, huge.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The services and energy business together, total revenues this quarter approaching $6 billion if you look at the combined businesses.
Wow.